So we are in the Czech Republic with Youngster Rosé from Nestarec. Nestarec has some of like the most fun looking bottles, also some of like the most kind of experimental, slightly crazy, some not as crazy, versions of natural wine. This one I would put somewhere kind of like square in the middle. It feels a little bit experimental, but also has some certain like classic vibes to it that we'll talk about, or at least classic in the natural wine world. Yeah, we don't get too much from the Czech Republic, and he is really putting it on the map. And if you haven't tried his stuff before, this is a really fun introduction, and I encourage you to look out for the rest of his stuff. It's fairly expensive for the most part, so I was glad to find a way to get this one into the club. It's also just a great time for rosé. As far as color goes, I think you can tell that it's a bit more in like the rosé category, which I was really into. I like the idea of during the summer months having some rosés with a little bit more heft, not feeling bad about giving it a big chill, and this one's definitely giving that. So on the nose, it's like pretty intense up here. It's like raspberries, like a little bit like bramble. Down here, it's a little bit like a red apple fruit by the foot type thing, like a little bit medicinal, a little bit candied. A bit like papaya, maybe? Something on like the tropical note side. Honestly, even like a little bit peppery. Like feeling more on the red side. So let's try it. Great weight, a little bit of heft there. Honestly, as far as rosés go, it's definitely more of like a medium-bodied rosé. Again, kind of in this rosé headed towards chillable red category. It's got, yeah, this like lovely heft and weight to it in your mouth. Not, you know, the typical expectation of rosé, but just like really beautiful. So the flavor profile is quite deep, like I said, on the nose. It feels like more like plums actually now, a little bit like blueberries. Again, feeling kind of like in these red areas. There is some like cranberry, some lighter ones in here as well, but it's got the oomph. As far as pairings go, I think you could really do a decent amount with it. I like the idea of this with potentially like pork, or with, yeah, like a pork chop, pork tenderloin, just pork generally I think is gonna go good here. Roast beef sandwich or a Reuben, really good. So enjoy.